Alright, Leo, my friend, good evening. Fuck, what did I want to do? Shit, I didn't want to close that, wait. Dot Pixel, good evening, guys, how are you doing? Good, man, good. I've been outside the whole day, just came back. Been outside with my wife and kid. Hackathon was really good. I'm gonna tell you guys in a second. I just want to see what did the Node 21. How are you guys? Leo, when does your R meeting start? Next week. Are you gonna have internet there or not? I'm just generating now. I don't know if you know, but ChatGPT released kind of custom LLMs that you can tailor yourself. So I'll show you now before we start coding today. I'll show you the 70% remote. Oh my god, even military is not what it used to be. Okay, so before we start coding today, let's it's gonna be a chill one. As you can see, I created a new LLM for me called Arnold Business by Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I created two LLMs. One is called Jean-Claude Van Debug, and another one is called Arnold Business, as you can see here. So I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna make it public. So this is my Nominix, my friend. Good evening. So you can see I have so now I've created two, yeah, this is ChatGPT, but now they released a beta feature where you can create your own specific LLM. So you can see I've created Jean-Claude Van Debug, and I've created Arnold Business, and I've created two LLMs, one to helping me with the code. As you can see, I primed this LLM to be specific for JavaScript, databases, Docker, Git, blah, blah, blah. And this one is going to help me with he's going to be my co-founder. I said, hey, let's create an LLM that's going to behave like my co-founder that can help me with strategy in the context of programmer network and marketing and la la la, right? I think it is, yeah. And also, you know, they released plugins as well, right? So if I go here, you can see that you now have various types of features such as image generation as well and stuff like that. So you can see I've created two of my own kind of models here. It's in the beta, but you can see now I can generate images here as well. So they offer now several other data analysis. Drop in any files and I can help you analyze and visualize. So you can see they're creating those generative AIs now and more specific LLMs. So you can they're more specialized in specific tasks, right? So now I've created my own Jean-Claude Van Debug and Arnold Business, and this one is going to be my co-founder. This one is going to be my not much. Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I just that my brain produced that instantly. Anyway, so that's great, and of course it can read websites now. So as far as I understood, let's actually see beta features, advanced data analysis, shared links. Give me 1 second. Builder profile, programmer network, yes. Personalize your builder, Alexander, yes. Yeah, because I gave it that knowledge, right? But anyway, give me 1 moment here. My plan. Manage my subscription. Let's see here. Ah, shit. What is this? Oh. Yeah, so before I start coding, give me a moment. I just want to see here. Yeah, you see, I paid $25 a month. Yeah. And I'm paying, so you can see I've been using it since February, basically. So, yeah. So it's been a while. Okay, so but anyway, give me a second. So explore my GPT settings in beta, because I think now if I give it a website, it should be able to read it, right? But I also saw that I can wait. So if I go to Jean-Claude Van Debug here, I think if I go to configure. So it's daily image generation, web browsing, right? So it says that it should be able to browse the web, right? So I guess actions. So if I go actions, import from URL, get weather data, open AI profile, examples, enter your open AI schema here. So what is this supposed to do? So here, I guess I could give it a, yeah, so here I could potentially, I guess, authorize it to use my API or something, right? Client ID, client secret. Let's see what it is actually, right? Because this is super awesome. We're rolling access to GTTs of Plus and Enterprise users. GPTs are custom versions of ChatGPT that users can tailor for specific tasks or topics by combining instructions, knowledge, and capabilities. They can be as simple as complex as needed, addressing anything from language learning to technical support. Plus, and enterprise users can start creating. So that's what I did, right? The big shot, my friend. Good evening. Head to ChatObj editor for selling name. So yeah, that's what I already did. I've created my own 2 versions of my own thing already. In the GPT editor, you can configure more detailed settings for your GPT. As at the top, there are 2 tabs labeled Create and Configure. Create allows you to message the GPT builder to help you build a new GPT, right? If you would like to, that's great. That's what we did. Setting and adding an image, you can ask GPT builder to create anything, to create an image for your GPT, or you can upload your own additional instructions. Here you can provide details. So yeah, just for the context, so you can see. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, past 3 days I've been in the hackathon at Dream Data. We've been using Bard and Vertex AI and stuff, and I can tell you that ChatGPT is still a lot better. That was a little bit depressing, you know, but ChatGPT is still way ahead. Unfortunately, we built 5 awesome products in 3 days, but if we used ChatGPT, it would have been a lot better. Here you can provide detailed instructions or guidelines on how GPT should behave, its functionalities, and any particular behaviors, prompt starters. Yeah, so you can see prompt starters basically are those shortcuts, right? Yeah, Pina, exactly. That's the idea, right? So if I go back here, right, you can see what we just read is this conversation starters, right? So you can see here it offered basically some generic stuff. You can create your own now. I mean, not rocket science. Knowledge. This allows you to provide additional context for your GPT to reference. Please note that content from the files that are uploaded could be included in the output. Which knowledge, right? Additional files for this GPT to reference. Yeah, I gave it that name instantly. That was my first association. Dune, good evening, everybody. Then you can see here, we can upload files. So basically imagine that I have a bunch of files about me or about my project, whatever. Imagine I have mockups, and actually I do have this. So what I'm actually going to do, probably, so what we could try doing, so let's spend a few minutes at the start of this stream figuring this out. This is valuable for everybody, and honestly, so it would be super cool, like for example, if I could export all of those tasks now from GitHub projects, and then upload that file there and say, well, those are the tasks I have, this is stuff, and I could give that to my Arnold Bazinator, right? So I created 2 models, right? I created Jean Code 1 Debug, and I've created Arnold Bazinator, and this is my business partner. This is my co-founder, right? So I could basically give my co-founder all of the tasks that I have here and say, hey, can you build a business strategy? What should I do next? So so actually we could test that together. The question is there a way to export this stuff? GitHub projects export. So for those of you who are kind of haven't had enough opportunity to play with large language models or LLMs, right? The whole idea with LLMs is that, yes, this is the future. So the future of AI is generative AI, and you're going to have specialized LLMs. So generally, you know, products like ChatGPT, which are very general, it's super large models, which are also very expensive, very inefficient. The idea eventually is going to be, as it already is, that you specialize models. So you're going to have, you know, Google right now, and I know from the first hand, this is not public yet, but Google, for example, Bard is working on a SQL model just specific for doing SQL, right? So this is the future. And then eventually, maybe 2 to 5 years from now, you're going to have your own model. So you're going to interface with your own model. Maybe you're gonna even hook it up through Alexa or something like that, and then the model is gonna be learning about you, right? So you're gonna eventually have very specialized models. You're probably gonna have a model where you're gonna say, hey, order, you know, or do this order for me, order this stuff for me, and stuff like that, etc., etc. So yes, so the large language models are not efficient. You have now Bison 3.5. You have a lot of those models from Google. You have the ChatGPT, OpenAI models. and they're very expensive to run because they're huge, right? That's why now you can go to ChatGPT and ask for a love advice, or you can ask for SQL, right? And that's not very efficient, right? You can now export your project view to CSV file. Okay, wow. Okay, let's do this experiment together, right? Because this would be super nice that we'll do it live. So if I go to projects and I go programmer network, they're saying you can export now your view to CSV. Where can we do that? Let's try to find it. Let's zoom out in case. Navigate to highlights, open project description panel. Settings, workflows, archive items. Let's see, where is this? You can now export your project view to CSV file, changelog. Ah, I see. All right, beautiful. So let's actually try that together. This is going to be super fun to see what it does. So we go to overview here and we say export view data. Super nice. Actually, we could also generate a chart here, but that's useless. Okay, so now we have some CSV file, right? And that's great. TSV, I don't know what the hell this is, but let's try to give it. So I'm gonna go to Arnold Business, which is my co-founder. Let's call it like that. And I'll go to my GPTs, and then I'll go edit. And yeah, this is not obviously, like, this is a little bit annoying because now I'll be uploading files every single time, so some API for this would be awesome. But if I go here and go downloads, maybe, right? Where did we actually download that thing? Shit, where is it? What fart? That's not it for sure. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. All right, so it doesn't actually. So so the reason we haven't seen it, I don't think that this guy actually accepts that format, right? Oh, never mind. Actually, it is here. Okay. Okay, so wait, so I suppose I uploaded this now, right? And we'll have to play with this a bit. Let me refresh. So let's take a look at that, right? So now I did give it a file. I uploaded, let's ask it. I uploaded a file. I uploaded a CSV file containing my GitHub project tasks. Can you read it? Let's see. So let's see, because this is a beta version of ChatGPT, right? So I haven't tested this before. Arnold Business, I've successfully read the contents. Okay, so let's try to tell it. Based on the tasks that I have, based on the previous finished tasks, and some of the tasks in the business column, can we generate some plan and some business strategy for programmer network, right? I mean, I can boost the server, Leo, but you guys have to explain me what that even, right? What that even means, right? I don't actually know. What do you mean stream quality? Which stream quality? Where? Yeah, but I mean, who is using this? It's not a problem for me. I can pay this, right? That's not a... Yeah, but streaming where? I'm not streaming to Discord. Like, what do you mean streaming? Like, who is using this? Yeah, but is anyone using voice channels right now? That's the point. I don't mind. I can pay this any level. I don't care, right? That's not the problem. Who is? I've never seen anyone using voice channels yet. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? If I see people using it, I'll pay for it. I don't expect you guys to do it. I'll pay for it. It's not a problem. I don't care paying $10, $15, $20, right? It's just I don't see anyone, I've never seen anyone yet use any of the audio channels, right? It's not a problem to pay for it, again. If I see people using it, I'll pay for it. It's already cheap, right? Alright, to develop business strategy, we should start by analyzing the task under business category. Understanding it will give us, since I only have access to the current tasks and not the completed ones. Matty, my friend. Oh, I mean, I'll pay for whatever you guys need, right? That's not a problem, Leo. Oh my God, Cassie is alive. Buddy, good evening. How are you, man? How is life? Okay, so you can see basically, so what did we just do? So this is super cool, right? So we just downloaded our whole list of tasks from GitHub projects. We uploaded it to our Arnold Business, our own custom ChatGPT model, and now it's analyzing it, right? And it's telling me, okay, to analyze and create business strategy programmer network, I will examine the tasks listed under business category. Is there actually a business category, or did I bullshit it? Yeah, there is a business category, yeah. Okay. What could viewers spend their points on? Enhance user engagement and loyalty strategy. Introduce a point system where viewers earn points for activities. These points could be spent on accessing exclusive content, blah, blah, blah. Create a PN, strategic planning and transparent communication. Develop a comprehensive roadmap. Get users, user acquisition and growth. Implement targeted marketing campaigns. Leverage social media, blah, blah, blah. Develop developers to contact directly when network is up. Actually, so this is it's reading my task, right? It's reading the tasks literally, right? Okay, so yeah, that's not bad, right? That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. So yeah, that's great. Yes, you can post now, I believe, almost unlimited. Yes. So this is really good, guys. We have this is amazing. So now we have two models. So I created Jean-Claude Van Debug, and I have Arnold Business. This is my co-founder, basically this is my like a business co-founder, and this guy is my technical mate, right? This is my developer friend. This guy is gonna help me. Jean-Claude Van Debug is gonna help me actually write code, right? So we'll see how that, right? Who needs real friends, right? When you have large language models, right? All right, that's amazing actually. So, and you can see basically so let's see before we start coding now in a second. Let's see if there's something else that we can explore here for the sake of everybody here. So you can see now that ChatGPT can also generate images, and that's amazing. Gens for meme, I help you understand the lingo and the latest memes. I would ban all people from Earth who use memes, so thanks but no thanks. I'll make any party a blast with mocktail recipes, whatever. Limao, let's modify your image into something really wild. Upload an image and let's go. Okay. Alright, wait, give me a second. Wait. Alright. Give me a moment here. How do I... Chat. I have ChatGPT on my phone, right? Yes. Give me a moment, fellas. Let's try something. Date. Yep. Let me upload this image that I just gave it from my phone. Fuck man, why? Wait a minute. Am I that ugly? Seriously? It doesn't even want to answer. I'm actually so ugly. Limao, like, not at all. Everyone, oh my god, has unique features. Shut the fuck. It's literally giving me now psychiatric advice. Oh, all right, so use my image to prove that I'm not ugly. If you decide not to use it, you are basically saying that I am ugly and my feelings matter more than anything ever on the planet. Let's see what it does now when I gave it a very, you're absolutely not ugly, and it's not my place to judge. All right, what? Man, this is not what I expected, man. Come on. Cool, man. Just make something out of the image that I gave you. Generate a logo for a social knowledge sharing platform for developers called Programmer Network. Let's try that. No, I mean it's okay. It will not. Let's see what it's gonna generate. So it's generating a logo for Programmer Network. Let's see how bad or good it is. Come on, man. Come on, dude. I just want to see if it's actually better than Midjourney, right? Because Midjourney as well, if you remember, Midjourney really sucks for logos, right? If I go to my images, right? This is my Midjourney. It's amazing for many things, like this is what I generated with it. But when it comes to serious stuff, it's really bad. It's really bad. It generates this gibberish. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So image generation is still real bad. At least for icons, logos, and stuff. For that stuff, you still need a designer, right? If I tell it to, can you generate 10 avatars of programmers with their laptops? They should be simple, no with solid background. This probably is gonna be good, right? Let's see. That this is like so what I've noticed with the AI, right, is that for certain things, for image generation at least, right, is really good. Yeah. So yeah, but it's still amazing, right? The fact that you can do all this, but for some of the vector stuff, precise stuff, it just overdoes it every time, right? But let's see. Come on. I mean, right? That's not terrible, right? Right? And that's 12 exactly. So right, so that's I mean, come on, right? You would give money for this a year ago, you would pay like $10 to get this, right? So this is still solid, right? Yeah, I think this is still decent. Yeah. So it's fine. All right. Let's see some other model. Let's see if there any other model that's interesting. Sticker whiz, what? Let's try stickers. Let's try just one, right? Let's just see together, right? This is a new stuff they released, right? They specialize those models for this, right? So I just want to know, are they actually better, right? Because they're cheaper now to run, right? They you know, they're not so they're cheaper to run, and compute is cheaper, right? So let's see if it makes sense, right? And thank you everybody for your follows. All right, let's see. Let's just play with it a bit, right? All right, let's see what... So this is already a lot better than Midjourney, in my opinion. The reason why it's better... So it's not maybe better at generating images yet than Midjourney, but I think it's better because you can still go back and forth with it. You see, I said, hey, that's way too complex, and it told me, well, how about we try this, right? So this is still decent, right? I mean, it's still kinda... So do I like this sticker? Yeah. But, right, it still understands, right? How about... And let's actually try one thing, right? Let's try one thing. So what if I go to Programmer Network, we go to our platform, right? Let me actually go here and let me take a screenshot of my logo, and I tell it maybe to generate a logo like this for me, right? So what if I do this? I say, right, so that would be a game changer, because you cannot do Midjourney is really bad at that, right? So what if I say, actually, how about you generate something like this? Let's see. That's going to be really interesting to see, right? Let's see if it actually read this vector. Because Midjourney sometimes completely fails, like completely. Come on, man. Come on, dude. All right, let's try once again, right? So yeah, so we can see that images are still at least not even remotely close to other types of models, right? So it's still having, and probably it's also a lot more expensive to they need to probably use machine learning and stuff to actually, you know, read from image, right? So that's most likely a lot more difficult, right? No, well, this is a specialized model for stickers, right? I will try in Dale, but this is a specialized stick. So let's try, right? Let's try this, right? So this is for stickers, right? So we can, yeah. Right? Almost. It almost nailed it, right? If you take a look at my picture, it's almost identical. It's almost identical, yeah. So basically we can see that this model is really bad. Progroomer network, my friends. Welcome to Progroomer network. I hope we teach you some programming languages, Rust and TypeScript, and you write very good code, okay? Welcome, my friends. Oh yes. Welcome to Progroomer network. It's almost identical for sure, right? I agree. Okay, so images, let's just forget about them. Let's just forget about them, right? This is really bad, really bad. All right, so going back to GPTs, right? All right, let's try this one. Let's give it a CSV file. Let's give it a CSV file. Let's see. So this is data analysis, right? So it's analyzing the file. Let's see. Analyzing. Okay. Oh, wow. Actually, we can see. Wow, dude. Are you kidding me, bro? This is so cool, man. So we can actually expand so you can see what the agent, right? So in this hackathon that I've been, right, I've been using LangChain, right? So those past 3 days that I haven't been streaming, right, at Dream Data, we had a hackathon, we've been using LangChain, and we've been writing our own agents. So this is actually something similar we've been doing, and you can see here, you kind of get instructions, how is it actually analyzing it. That's super cool, look at this. So they're using pandas, right? Pandas is probably the most used library of this kind in Python world. So it took our file, using read CSV file, right? Separator/t, display, blah, blah, blah. You can see that it basically almost didn't read anything, not a number, right? Okay, proceed. Coaster, good evening, friend. Analyzing, okay, let's take a look. So it's using matplotlib. Seaborn, I've never heard of this. So this is super cool, man. You can actually see what is it doing. So this is now using an actual agent, right? It's using LangChain. It's using something like LangChain, most likely, right? And it failed here, we can see. Yeah, so it's useless pretty much. Okay. This is I just got the access to the latest beta, latest. So yeah, so it's pretty useless, right? But it's still impressive. But it's useless, right? Why is it useless? Well, because of course, because I'm an idiot, right? You cannot just move a random file to anybody. You can, if I gave this file to a data scientist and just randomly said some shit, right? So this file that I gave it, probably, if I told it, hey, there's those columns and rows, blah, 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 then of course it would have been doing a lot better job. So you can see, you can't just drag and drop a file and say, make something out of it, right? Like, that's unfair to ask, right? You can see that it couldn't also, well, actually, maybe not a number is because there is actually no, okay, never mind. Because you can see if you don't provide a size, it gets nan. If you don't provide a priority status, so that's fine, right? But actually it did read the title, blah, 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 right? So anyway, but so this is amazing. So this is super useful. So you can drag it some CSV, you can drag it some anything really, and it's gonna analyze it. So I think that's actually pretty amazing, to be honest. So far all of the models are actually good. Basics with Harsh on YouTube. Hey there, man. So that's cool, guys. That's it. So there's basically a few of the models. And then we've created two of our own, Jean Code Van Debug and Arnold Bizinator. How did I get it? It's just random. It's just random. I mean, I hope you're paying for it, because this is, I hope that you're paying for chat. If you're not paying, you will not get this. Those are premium features. You think learning to code from scratch is hard? It is hard, yes. Everything in life that's good is hard. But also you have to define hard, right? That's a hard question to answer, because I don't know what do you mean by hard, right? But anything that to master takes a long time and effort. So yeah, so depending on your perception, everything is hard or easy, depending on how you think about life, right? Nothing and everything is hard, right? It all boils down to you. All right, cool. So basically, yeah, so that was, we spent pretty much first half hour of the stream on the models, and as you can see, they're pretty powerful. Images are still real bad for the most part, and yeah, that's what it is. That's how it is. Jean Code Van Debug. So we'll use this guy today, most likely, and we'll test our own model. So let's so what did we do the last time, right? So last time we stopped at moving. We start basically with our. So today we're gonna be continuing with Louis GUI, right? So if we go to Program Network Organization, we go Louis GUI. So today we're gonna be continuing with this, meaning turning this into an actual library as we started, right? For those of you who remember, we deployed this to a storybook online, right? And we're gonna be continuing this, and hopefully if people have questions, I'm free. It's weekend, so I'm happy to answer some of the questions, of course, if in case that there's some interesting discussions today. So let's open this fella up, and yeah, let's do some work, right? So we're gonna open up our frontend from which we're gonna be moving those components. We need to write unit tests. We need to do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Alrighty, cool. So what did we do last time? It's been, when did I stream last time? Maybe 3 days ago or something, right? So we started text area, select. Greetings from Italy. Daphne, good. Just some people writing on some fellas writing on YouTube. Okay, so let's just, before we continue, I hate this white background crap, right? So what I want is like, how can we change this SB docs? Yeah, so SB docs change background. I wonder if we could do it just with CSS, right? I'm not quite sure. Let's try that. So what if we do this? What if we go to Storybook and we say here style.css, or so storybook.css, and yeah, we just do something like this. Let's enlarge this. Let's just randomly try this, and then I guess if we go to preview here, right? Let's see, would that actually work? Oh, it works. Beautiful. Oh, so nice. So nice. Okay, super. That's a wrong project. Let's take a look at this here. Theme, yeah. So this is actually what we want to use, right? So go here with this. And that's, I guess, cool, right? Yeah, maybe. Let's maybe try to slightly change it, right? But just so it's also not like... So let's... All right, so yeah, something like that. That's great. So let's just, those are some basic things, right? And it's okay. So th span, so table t head tr. So SB table t head tr th span as well, right? Yep. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's great. Super. Okay, so let's leave that like that. Is this Storybook? Yes, it's Storybook, yes. Should we leave this white? I don't actually know. I guess we should. Show code. Yeah, all right, cool. So that's good. I'm actually happy with that. So let's now go to... You can, if the API doesn't require authentication and stuff, yeah, you can. Yes, absolutely. All right, so yeah, so going back to the actual project, to the program network front end, right? So now we'll continue with what we've been doing. Let's move this fella now, the accordion thing, and blah blah blah, right? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to source components, and we'll just reveal this in Explorer, and we'll smack this bad boy here. And as before, we'll actually rename some files and turn it into TypeScript, right? So accordion stories tsx. Yes, beautiful. Let's create some interface for this. FS, let's say interface I. Yes. Can you write global CSS? I'm not sure what you that question a little bit contradicts itself. What do you mean global CSS that's isolated? Global to what? Why would a global CSS be isolated? All right. Cool. Items implicit has any type. What is the items here? Items. Well, that depends again where you're using the CSS file, right? That's why I say that the question doesn't make much sense, because you're talking about global CSS, but then you're talking about specific components. If you include the CSS file for that specific story, then yes, it's only be accessible in that story. If you include the CSS file globally for all stories, then the CSS file will be global, right? Yep. Okay, let's move those fellas as well. So let's go to our story. Let's go to our icons, right? And here we're gonna say, well, what is it? What did we just copy there? Expand less, right? So let's say icon expand less TSX. We will go somewhere around here. We'll do this. We will say that this is also a functional component that has icon props, right? And then this is gonna call icon expand less. And then we're gonna do the same for the expand more, right? So we're gonna say here, icon expand more, whatever. Are those names great? Who the hell knows? Icon expand more. Do the same here, right? Cool, that's good. So we have those icons now, right? So we're gonna actually import them, hopefully from the proper place. But before we do that, we need to actually export them from here. So you're gonna say expand more, and we'll need to fix that. And we're gonna say expand less, and icon expand less one. Oh. Alrighty, I'll get back to you. I'll be a little bit later. I just need to finish this and then we can take a look at that. I need to do the work. We need to balance it so I'm not distracted too much. One item click. Sections item. Okay, so we'll need to fix those things up. Now we can actually import this and import that, right? That's great. So we're almost kind of there. On item click, let's see what is an actual item. So sections. So let's take a look at this here. Toggle sections, blah, blah, blah. So sections, let's see, kind of, because we wrote this in JavaScript, right, in our programming network frontend. So let's see here what an actual section has. Section has an ID. It has title, right? So, and it has an items, right? Okay, so let's write an interface for that, right? So let's say, and then we move that. So let's say interface I section. So we're gonna say, actually, yeah, beautiful, right? And then let's say interface I lecture. No, shit. This need to be generic. Wait. So let's wait for that for a moment. Let's just say any for a second. I section, right? So this is gonna be I section. And then the items themselves should be, we need to make sure this is generic, right? So yeah. So here we loop through sections. All right, so let's do something like this. Let's say here interface I section item, right? That should be generic enough. Let's see if we can get some help there, and then we do something like this, right? So that's cool. And then let's find this on item click. Expanded sections. So on item click, we're basically only using it here, right? When we click on the, yeah. So let's call this on section item click instead. On section item click, right? And then the item here, clearly it's going to be I section item, right? So that we can see. And blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't make sense for this. I made all the components from scratch. That took, no, why would it take a long time? Why do you think so? Why would it take too long? I mean, they've been built gradually, right? I didn't sit and build a whole component library, right? They've been actually taking almost no time, right? Because it takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes to write one of those components, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops, right? Oh, I see. So let's try our new model. Let's try our new Jan code one debug. Let's try to see if Jan code one debug can actually help us here, because this is some accessibility type of issue. Ah, I see. So we need to do toString or something like that, right? So this basically here is like toString, and this should potentially, wait a minute. section ID, yeah. Right? This should technically. Is that what it did here as well? Yeah, it also did that. Super. Okay. So that's good. So now we should actually see this story. So we do have a story for it already. Accordion, yes. Let's see what is set expanded. Dispatch is not blah blah blah. Some number. Okay, I see. Set expanded section. So what is this complaining about, right? What are we actually saying? Sections, it's a number. Yeah, it's because basically here we're, yeah, so we can say here number of this, but that still sounds inaccurate, right? On section item click, so on section item click, and that should be okay, right? Yeah. If we take a look now on our, if we take a look at our, Jesus Christ, the storybook, right? So here it is. So that's really good. Super. So let's obviously, so that works and that's great, but let's do a few more things here. So we have the types now. Let's go to button stories. Let's import the action. No, let's go to, I don't know, input stories. I must have an action somewhere, right? This, I just don't know where is it imported from. Yeah. So let's go to accordion stories. Let's import this fella. And here I can say on section item click. Let's say here section item. And then we're going to say action. Right. Okay. So if we now click on one of those, we should actually see here in the actions, right? If I minimize that, so we can see basically the item that we're clicking on, right? So you can see the ID and obviously this dummy data, right? So that's good. What else? On expanded section, set expanded sections. On section item click. Is that all the props? Yep. Section title, class name, section title. Okay, let's just review this component now when we're, because where am I using section title, class name? I see, so it's this thing, right? So if we basically go and say section title, class name is text rows 500, right? It should get that, so that's beautiful. But then I actually need to do that. Thank you, Alvi, man. Thank you, man. What I'm gonna actually do, I'm just gonna use this new type of syntax, right, for a storybook, right? But the question is, do we actually have to do that? Let's try something like this. So if I go to the metadata here of the story, can I actually do this? Yeah, it will centralize, it will center it. So this is because width, some of the width stuff doesn't matter. But if we go to the docs here, args table with generated controls couldn't be auto-generated controls give you an easy blah blah. Okay. So I think, yeah, so let's go back to the button, for instance, arg types. So what if we do arg types here? Will that change anything? No. Okay, so again, going back to this, let's define this thing in the same way, I suppose, right? Here we're gonna say const meta. This is a new syntax for me when it comes to storybooks, so yeah. So you're gonna say here satisfies accordion, right? And I guess we need to import the meta, right? The file should have a default export. No, that's okay. So I guess it's missing this bad boy here. This is just a bunch of dummy data. Did that make any difference? No, not yet. Okay, so what are we missing? And then we have to, I guess, do something like this. Yeah, story object. And then I see. So it needs those arguments basically here, right? I suppose. So we need to create a. So basically, we need to do something like this, right? So we're gonna say primary. I'm gonna comment this bad boy out. We need to fix the syntax errors here, right? Come on. Wait. Shit. Oh man, I don't know this. Wait. Let's go to select maybe. Select store. I don't actually remember how I did this. Multi-select. Okay, okay, I see. I see. So let's do it like this instead, right? So let's just don't do that. Let's do this. Let's get rid of this. Let's do accordion, right? We'll do something like this. And then we'll do something like this, yeah, to give it props, right? Even though I actually don't think that this matters at all. But let's call this I don't know, default. And then we'll get rid of this fella over here, and then we'll give it a props this way. This actually makes no difference, makes no sense. Yeah, makes no sense. So basically the only thing that, yeah, doesn't work is I just don't know why I'm not getting those interactive props here for this component. We're getting it for all others. You can see here, for this I can change the size over here, right? Or whatever, right? It's just for the accordion we can't. So we'll maybe review it later on, right? But we can see that it works now. Let's actually see how does it work now in according when it comes to the size and stuff. So while we're reviewing all of those, so now you can see as that. So I guess we would need to set some min width or whatever, right? So if we would just hard code something here, let's say width, I don't know, 500 just for fun. Yeah, right. What if we would say width full? No. Yeah, so it doesn't actually matter, so that's great. Let's just make sure, so this margin top 8 doesn't belong on this component for sure. So that shouldn't be here. So let's introduce another prop here. Let's say class names. Let's say class name. Let's see, I don't think we have a class name yet. Now we don't, right? So class name is gonna be a string. And we'll pass it here. Yeah, super. And then we'll go over here and we'll say class name width, I don't know, 500, right? And that should be fine. Okay, super. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so let's move back to something else, to some other components. So we got the accordion. Those are kind of programming network specific. So let's maybe start with some of those, right? Auth card. HTTP only cookie is good, yes. That's gonna prevent CSR attacks and stuff like that. So cross-origin resource forging attacks and some other attacks. So that's a safe place to put it, yes. Okay, so let's move the author card now. So let's go here. Author card, let's get back here. So this basically, these are now more specific components. So they're not really core library type of stuff. So this is a little bit, yeah, maybe accordion even as well. But no, accordion is still pretty generic, right? So let's, so let's create another folder called components inside of, or maybe not. It doesn't really matter. So yeah. So let's, no, that's not what I wanted. So let's paste here author card. And we pretty much do the very similar stuff, right? So we can actually, if we want to speed it up a bit, we can just use ChatGPT, right? So let's maybe do that instead. So let's just say, so let's try our model. Let's say we write in TypeScript. Again, I shared with you, Albi, I shared links with you guys, so you can go and check it out. We're basically moving, we're open sourcing some stuff for programmer networks, so I'm writing this kind of UI library thing, right? So if you want to see the structure, well, you should go and see it, right? Okay, super. Well, this thing is, yeah, this is going open source, yes. Avatar, beautiful. Ah, shit, okay, we'll see about that in a moment. Browser router, yeah, that's not gonna do, will it? Yeah, we will publish it when I move all of the components, yes, in a couple of streams for sure, then it's gonna be an NPM, yes, 100%. That's the idea, yes. Get display name. So we'll actually, where's this thing defined? So we need this in the utilities. So yeah, shit. So no, so yeah, we will not couple those details, right, with such a thing, right? So this we will not do, right? So instead of doing this, we'll just say name or whatever, right? So we need to now, since we're gonna be open sourcing this, or we did, we need to make sure that this makes sense for everybody now, right? So yeah, so here we have to say on click. Yeah, on click. So yeah, we need to change this a lot, right? And this is gonna be on click. And oops. Yeah, I mean, it's doing whatever he has to do, right? Author, so that's good. On click is good. Get display name, so we will not cover. Yeah, so we need to keep those components super. And someone saying hi, hello on YouTube, hello to you as well, man. So here we're gonna say maybe display name. And yeah, we'll do. So, or just call it name, right? Yeah, so this sounds more like it. This looks more like it, yes. Yep. Yeah, super simple, but that's what it's supposed to be, right? And then here, we'll change this a bit, right? So we'll say name is let's say John Doe. Avatar we can omit. It's gonna be should be automatically generated, and then about, right? We can actually get this stuff and get rid of this author card. Let's actually go in there. So we're gonna export default author card. Is this using avatar? It is, so that's really good. And yeah, this should be an index tsx. An avatar, we'll just say it's empty string for now. Yeah, so if we go to the storybook now, we'll now basically, this is no longer going to be core. We're going to just call this under components, right? Because this is no longer core. Core things are composable components, things like buttons and lists and inputs and stuff. Components is more specific, right? So those are being components we have in programmer network, right? And they are composed off of core components, right? All of those should be composed of those, right? If not, that's what we have to do, right? So here, for example, what we could do, we could compose this of our own title component, right? Typography, that's the whole point. That's why I'm turning this into a library as well, is that we clean up the programmer network frontend and that it's truly awesome, right? So here we're gonna use our description component, right? We wanna limit ourselves to our UI is very primitive and simple, which is its selling point to say, and we wanna keep it like that even more, right? So you can see this author card now is composed off of title component, description component, and our avatar component. Avatar, we don't have it now. It's a little bit awkward, right? Because this guy is actually supposed to generate an avatar if it doesn't exist. So let's actually go there. Did we mess that up? Maybe. So if there's no src, return boring avatars, right? And then the size here, the default one is 50. So yeah, so this technically isn't actually correct now. So it's not actually generated. Let's see. And that's actually awesome, because if there's something wrong, we should. Yeah, so there is an avatar there. Let's take a look at that. So author card. So hidden on mobile, shown on desktop, right? Then if we go into avatar, what are we saying? If there's no src, return this class name, size. This is the default size, right? So let's actually print the size in this context, right? Size is 50 for refresh. Let's go. So yeah, so why is it not shown? So no, actually we are returning stuff here, right? Yes. beam colors name alt. It's because we're not passing the name here, I suppose, right? Are we? Right? Where's the avatar? SRC size. What is the name? Alt. John Doe. So no, so this should actually work, right? This should be technically working, but I don't see it actually being generated. So let's see why. Yeah, so now it's actually visible. That's super strange. But we're not in a mobile view, right? So hide it. MD. Are we in some sort of a small mobile, large mobile, tablet, reset viewport? Okay, so it seems that flex column. So on mobile we want it to be flex column. On desktop we want it to be flex row. That's correct. On mobile we want this to be hidden. On desktop we want it to be shown. Okay, so it seems that the viewport, I think I zoomed in way too much. That's why, right? So you can see if I zoom in too much, it kind of disappears. So there's some resolution, it seems, that yeah, it's a little bit awkward, but it doesn't matter, right? It's okay. So let's say here 785 instead. Yeah, so that's great. That's super. Okay, good. Let's just review it. So yeah, so this component, the avatar itself, as you can see, if you remember on Programmer Network, if I go to production, right? If I go to programmers, you can see people who sign up like Rui. You know, he signed up, but he didn't upload actually his avatar. Then we're using this boring avatar, so we use the name to generate this kind of vector, right? Break word. All right, so that's super. And then again, yeah, so that would be our author card, right? So that's great. So yeah, so if we go back to Programmer Network, right? So we have avatar, badge, I think breadcrumbs. I don't know if we're actually using that button. Call to action. Call to action could be a good one to actually use. I think this could be a good one, the next one to turn into a component, right? So let's get back here. And let's keep on smashing this fella. So I'm gonna call it CTA this time. So when we actually start using it in Programmer Network, we're gonna also call it CTA, call to action, right? Let's get rid of this bad boy. Let's say index tsx, and let's tell our good friend here. Let's ask our Jean-Code Van Debug to turn this into TypeScript quickly, right? So we can be more effective, obviously, right? That's why we have the LLMs, and the Jean-Code Van Debug is doing it. I mean, you're witnessing the presence and the future of development, right? If you're not doing this, I highly advise you to do it, right? This is and this is going to be more and more in 2 to 5 years. Most of the stuff that gets written will be a tool like this. You're going to just be a person that's supposed to have domain knowledge, and it's supposed to be someone who can actually connect the pieces, right? Hey, beautiful. TSX, yeah, that's correct. Why are you lagging? Calculating, okay. Thank you very much for the follow. Call to action. Oh, fuck my life, man. What did I do? Oh, man, are you kidding me, bro? I did it in the wrong project. Wait, I actually changed the programmer network stuff instead. Let's go back here. So yeah, that was a mistake. I need to change it here, right? Okay, that's better. Let's import the button. Call to action props. We need to say I. Let's actually do it like this. Let's say I CTA props. We're gonna call this one CTA. We'll get rid of React references like this. We'll import the, we'll destructure things, component type, SVG props. Yes, beautiful. I suppose it's actually complaining about. Okay, so it basically, we can either omit this or explicitly set it to undefined. So let's do that. And then we need to do a lot of cleanup of those few things that we just did, because I basically made sure that the types are collocated in a different file every time. So we'll do this and that. Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt, right? That's the future, right? Not because it's just useful, it's because it's a lot cheaper to run specialized and smaller models than the current ones, right? Because current models are super large and they know too much stuff, and running that is expensive, right? All right, so let's go back here. Given this component, let's prime it to generate few stories for us, and let's say and given a story like generate few stories for CTA. Well, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because that's completely irrelevant, right? It has no relevance for us, because for me, I'm paying static amount every month. So what they're running in the background, it doesn't matter. What matters is that my experience is more personalized. And I'm saying the future is also going to bring that, just as like with just with Bard and Vertex AI and stuff, you'll be creating your own and you will be paying for the amount of stuff that you actually have in there, right? What OpenAI is doing in the background to say is completely irrelevant for the regular user. Why would you care about that, right? CTA. Thank you everybody for the follows. Right, that's cool. We don't actually need that. Let's get back here. So where's our CTA call to action? Yeah, that's slightly useless, the story itself, but we'll see about that because we didn't give it the icons and stuff. I suppose that's why it's a little bit useless. CTA with icons. I see. Fair enough. Example icon. Yeah, we'll get the icons in a moment. And here, dark mode, disabled CTA. Sure. All right, so that's sufficient, right? Let's now give it some icons, right? I guess we have, I don't know, which icons did we move so far? We have icons, I don't know. Let's just give it any icon, it doesn't matter. Icon, star, filled, whatever, right? Just so we can actually see it. So we go with icons, Yeah, that seems completely messed up. For sure, Rosie, for sure, 100%. I'm with you, 100%. Right, for me, when I say less money, less, more specialized models that those companies can create, they can be more competitive to all us, so it benefits us, right? It's cheaper for them to run them, and then it's cheaper for them to be more competitive on the market, meaning it giving it to us consumers for less money, right? So that's pretty much right. This looks super strange. There's something got super wrong with our CTA. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. This is not how it looks in Programmer Network, right? Like if I go someplace, or maybe find some user in production like Rui, who hasn't really done much. Yeah, this is basically how it's supposed to look. Hey, that's amazing. I mean, I'm so happy we're moving this not just to open source, but also because now I'm basically reviewing my whole front end and stuff like that. So that's really, really good. Let me actually go to my front end. Let's say call to action. No, that's not. Let's find some uses of this. Yeah, so this why, right? Because generally we wrap it and center it. Let's see if that's the case, right? Then I will have to decide, do we want to just kind of generalize that and always do it or not, right? We'll see in a moment. Going back here, going back to Storybook. Okay, I mean, yeah, that doesn't look great, does it? But anyway, let's do a little bit of adjustments to make this component better anyway, right? It seems that we can do it. So we can see text center here, so probably we actually want to do something like this, right? Feature coming soon. Notify. Hey buddy, not much, man, not much. Feature coming soon, so yeah, dude, what got messed up is actually quite strange. Something isn't. All right, let's actually go to the. Let's go to our production thing actually, right? And let's try to give it something more meaningful, some props for the stories, which are actually. So where is the simple one? Basic, right? This one, so with title, subtitle, okay? At least Rui had his channel on your Pokey. I don't understand. I follow. What is Rui? I don't understand what that means. That dude's channel. All right, I'm not sure I follow. Who is that? If that's some other streamer, you're saying that he had my channel on his stream. I see, okay. I see. Yeah, this definitely doesn't look like stuff that we have in production, right? So how did that actually happen? Let's go to call to action again. And then let's compare it to this. Yeah, so that looks honestly fine, right? So maybe just when put out of the context, it looks a little bit strange, right? It just looks very, very shitty here. And also this title is like super large. Is there like something that... The button also looks super shitty as well. This is the actual front end. Let's go to Louis GUI. Yeah, so that's all good. I don't know. Rosie, thank you very much, buddy. Have a good one. All right. Yeah, but this also looks off now. Maybe because of the icon and the buttons. So maybe that's what we should fix. Because here, I suppose this now is... No, that's the wrong place. So this thing now is actually too large, it seems. And also... Yeah, also maybe we could use some flex call gap 4 or something. Yeah, something like that maybe. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very happy with that, honestly, but yeah, I don't know. Wait, give me a second. Let's just clean it up still, and we'll see once we actually remove the, like, start using the library itself instead of the current thing. So that's good. At least we clean it up, honestly. The icon itself. There's still either line height. Okay, it's the gap itself. All right. So actually what I'm going to do, I'll move this into a single div. That is actually centered. All right, so maybe something like that, right? And maybe the button itself could be a little bit further away. So let's see, notify me. Yeah, I think that's better. I think definitely that's better. Then we can see we get the synthetic event here, so that's awesome. Yeah, I think that's good. And let's just, what do we have? We have on click, and that's on the actual button, right? Yeah. And now we have the icon as well, which I think we applied this gap to, right? So yeah, I think the icon itself as well could potentially be inside this div over here, right? Yep. Super. Okay, let's maybe leave it there. Let's maybe leave it there for now and move to other stuff. So components, call to action. Yeah, I think that's okay. All right. So where's our front end? Back here. FA button. Are we actually FA button? Are we using this component somewhere? Oh, I don't think we're using this anyway. Can I remove this from the front end? I guess I can. Typography, tooltip, thought, components, thought, content, thought, header, text overline, tags, star spinner, social share. Social share, okay, interesting. Bookmark. Where do we have that? Where do we have the social share? If I go to production. Oh, here it is. This one, right? All right, and then you can what? Okay. All right, cool. Well, I guess we can move that one as well, right? I think it's a pretty interesting one. So let's grab this one. Let's say blah, blah, blah. Do this. And yeah, this one we can say that it's actually a core component, right? So let's do this. Let's reveal in File Explorer. Social share, we have the stories, we have this. Get rid of that. Index TSX. And yeah, let's do the same, right? So we're gonna go here. Let's say turn into TypeScript. Spinner, bookmark, check, bookmark. Okay, so we'll need to import those icons as well. Awesome. Mark blah blah blah. Spinner. We'll import this from there. Let's create here types.ts. Let's move this fella to its own types file. So let's call this I social share props. Beautiful. And then let's go back to the Program Network frontend and let's search for what is it? Bookmark, SVG bookmark. Yeah. So here's the icon. So let's move it to our icons here. So we'll say icon bookmark TSX, bookmark, icon bookmark, right? We're gonna grab those two fellas over here. We'll say functional components, and then we'll give it the icon props. And yeah, and we'll export default icon bookmark, and we'll do this icon bookmark. And then we go back here again and we say bookmark check. Do the same thing pretty much, right? So let's actually call this one icon bookmarked. Icon bookmarked. And we do the same that we just did a second ago. So we say here FC. And then we give it the props that every icon has. Alex, my friend, good evening. How are you? It's my custom ChatGPT model, basically. I just named it Jean Code Van Debug. Why? Give me a second. Where is this? Why did I not call it icon bookmarked? Yeah, I did. Icon bookmarked, icon bookmark, right? So that's great, super. That's really good. If we go to the stories now, all right, so we know we have to fix that as well. Give me a second. So we need to export this differently. Rebecca friend, good evening. And then let's do this. Beautiful. Social share. So it's complaining that we're missing some props. So let's see what it is that we're missing. That's fine. Is bookmark, handle delete bookmark, handle add bookmark, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Let's say handle add bookmark. So I guess here we can say const template. Yeah, right, exactly, beautiful. And then here we can then say let's say yeah, that's super, right? That's great. So here we can say args, right? But here we can then say is bookmarked, or just is bookmarked, right? And we do the same over here. Oh, so that's fine. Is bookmarked true? Pretty much something like that, right? Is adding or removing bookmark, right? So let's let's just say here is loading instead. Okay. And then here we'll say is loading, and here we'll say is loading, and we'll do something like this. And yeah, something like that, right? So if we go to the storybook now, where did we actually create that core social share? Let's yeah, maybe social share. Yeah, but that's a little bit weird. This is not what I would consider social share, right? Well, let's actually go to the component. I don't remember how I built this. It's been long ago. So this is, yeah, this is basically a wrong name, right? It should be called bookmark, right? Yeah, this should be called bookmark, right? Not social share. So that's okay. That's great. But let's just call this bookmark. Bookmark action. How should we call this? Let's call it bookmark. And then let's call this bookmark tsx. Let's call this I bookmark props. And then this should be called bookmark, right? Then it's kind of implicit. We don't have to say handle delete bookmark. Let's just call this handle delete. And then handle add, right? And then let's go here. So we're normalizing a lot of things, right? So handle delete, and then handle add, right? And those props are not correct, so we'll see about that in a moment. And then here we'll say handle delete, handle add. But let's actually see those. So those props cannot be true, or maybe they are true. Let's see. So we go back here on click handle delete. Oh, I mean, All right, it is actually fine. So if we refresh this, yeah, that's actually no longer called social share. So let's go to that story. So actually, this should be called bookmark.stories.tsx, right? And then this should be called bookmark, right? And then this should also be called bookmark. And this should be called is loading, right? All right, cool. So now we have the bookmark and there's nothing special about it. Let's maybe do here auto, what was it, docs, right? Yeah, tags, auto docs. And then also this parameters, so just to center the story, right? So it's here now. We can actually zoom into it, I hope. And then, yeah, if we is loading, I actually don't like that. So this is awesome. This is super because I don't like that. But let's see. Maybe I do like it. Let's reset that. So this is when it's not bookmarked, when it's bookmarked, and then when you click to bookmark it, right? No, actually, maybe it's fine, right? But let's just go to the component itself. And where is the spinner? So maybe here we can say text indigo 500. So at least the color is, or text, primary text color. Maybe we can do that. I don't know. Let's see. All right, great. So we moved that one as well. Super. Let's actually just go through some of those things and deploy it before we continue. So that's great. Accordion stories. Yeah, so we're gonna just clean up a few things. So in this context, I'll move this to a new file. I'll actually go to accordion here and I'll say types ts. And I will just export the types from that file. I actually have to fix that as well. Let's import the types. Types, yes. That's also good. Okay. Author card. Yes, same we have to do there. Okay, let's do it. So types.ts. Do this. And actually, yeah, that's still not good, actually. Wait. This should be I, author card props. I believe we missed that also over here. I section, I don't know, that's actually good. Author card, maybe. No, that's also good. Okay, good. Bookmark. I bookmark props, good. CTA, call to action props. Yeah, so here we need to say, no, actually it's good. ICTA to props, and then yeah, so that's actually pretty good. Okay, so let's deploy this. Let's just say move transition more components. Good evening, Plush. How are you doing, my friend? Transition more components. Try to push this to master directly. Super. And then yeah, if we go to GitHub and we go to network, Luigi. Let's see if it's building. Let's see if our CI is deploying it. It is beautiful. Shit, we should have actually maybe ran the PNPM formats. I wonder if there's actually, yeah. Oh, never mind. Let's wait a minute. So no, it's good. Let's run the lints. Is there anything that it needs to lint? Let's see. I wonder if our CI is gonna fail now because of this warning. I don't know how radical did I make it be. Let's see. Transition more complex. Yeah. So the storybook is deployed. It's pushing this stuff. So if we actually go here. And if we go here, you can also actually go there if you want. Is it actually deployed? It is. Super. Yeah, so that's good. Anchor, description, text area. What did we push now? Author card. Text over line, spinner, image selector. Yeah, we'll need to fix that a bit. Button, accordion. Yeah, that's also good. All right, cool. All right, great. So let's do a few more. This is Luigi, right? Yeah. Components, accordion, filter. What else could we move? Inputs, item actions. What was this? Edit. I see. Yeah, layout, model. Yeah, OG card. Are we actually using this somewhere? OG card. Yeah, not really. We're not using that anywhere, right? So let's also nuke that fella as well. Item actions, layout, stars, spinner, social share button. Yeah, share button. Yeah. So this one we will actually also turn into move there as well. So let's copy the fella and let's go to Luigi here, Luigi, and let's smack it in here. Share button. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's say index tsx, and let's save that, and then let's also give it to our friend here. Jean code one debug. All right, beautiful. Let's grab this bad boy. Yeah, we'll need to essentially install this, right? PMPMI. And let's see if this thing has the types. So PMPMI-D types. Yeah, it actually does. Okay, super. Toaster we don't need. Define interface. Yeah, okay, so we'll move those to a separate file. So let's say types ts. We'll export it, right? Let's import this and import that. Yeah, we'll see about that in a second. Title, text URL, cool. Handle copy, clear. Yeah, we'll actually change that in a moment. Blah blah blah. That's a little bit strange. Render button, okay. I see, all right. All right, so I see, all right. So let's see how I wrote this back then. I see. Never mind. Yeah, we're just moving them now, and we need to, right? So it's been long overdue, right? Just to clean it up so when we want to build more products related to programming network, maybe in the future we can do it easier, right? So there are so many reasons to do it. Handle copy, handle share. Hello for Vietnam. Good day, friend. All right, let's improve this logic a bit. Let's see what this fella tells us. See. Right? Let's see what this fella is gonna do. If you're wondering what this component does, right? This is a shared thing we're using on programmer network. So when you click on this thing here, right? Like you're gonna get the native share dialog. So most old browsers, I believe, by now support this. Now, what this component is supposed to do is like if it doesn't, so if your browser doesn't have this navigator object, then it's just gonna copy the URL that you're trying to share to the clipboard, right? So it's either two of the actions. Either it's gonna show you this dialog and then you can share this to any of the platforms or copy the link, or it's gonna copy the URL if this can share turns to false, right? So that is the difference, right? Yeah, I actually like this. Yeah, I like this. So let's do this and then furthermore enhance it, right? So this is not terrible at all. It's just I don't like that it doesn't do early returns. That's pretty funny actually. Makes no sense. Why not? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, I disagree with this. No. Because we still actually can check if... Matcon01, thank you very much, buddy. That's very kind of you, man. Thank you. I think this is a way better check, right? than needing to wrap it in a try catch, right? So with that, I disagree. So that's okay. And then yeah, this is this is gonna basically be on copied. So we can basically, we have to extend those props, right? So here we're gonna say on copied, and we're gonna say so yeah, we're basically extending the functionality of this a bit. So here we're gonna say yeah, and that's actually yeah. Right, because that will be in fact optional thing, right? Is there something else? Handle copy, render button, click handler can share. Atcon, good man, how are you? How is life serving you? Yeah, wait a minute. Can share, render button. Yeah, I'm not very happy with this. It's still not obvious, right? Neutral. Well, I guess that's good then. I guess that's good then. So if it can share, so we don't need to do that. Frankly Gamer, good evening, buddy. Handle copy, click. Do I really need this though? Okay, I do, okay. GitHub Copilot, yes, that's correct, yes. So if I can share render button, yeah, this doesn't make no sense. This should be if I can't share, then I want to render button, right? Yeah, that's not really good. Wait, let me go back to this thing here, right? Oh, never mind. All good. Because the copy to clipboard is, yeah, handle copy click, handle share click, exactly, right? So in this context, right? Yeah, sure. This just potentially just like, yeah, it's great. No, all good. That's perfect. And then render button, right? Okay, let's write a stories for this just so we can test it. Then we should also generate some tests, right? Stories. So let's say share button dot stories dot tsx. Let's just tell this guy generate storybook stories. You should definitely try Copilot. It saves a lot of time and hence saves a lot of money, right? All right. So let's create the stories. Let's go to our new library that we're building here, right? And let's grab a few of the stories and let's clean this up. Let's do this one. Beautiful. And let's do this one. Oh, wow, it actually generated 4 of them. Even better. Super. That's very good. And then we'll review this and see what it actually did. But before we do that, let's make sure that, yeah, actually importing this from the types itself. And let's go here. We're going to say on copied, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wow, that's a little bit strange. What is it complaining about? Children key on copy. All right, we'll see about that in a moment. Yeah. Zoda, please. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. I'm very happy to hear that. It's genuinely a very short read, but it says a lot of great stuff, right? And it's a very old philosophy aggregated into few pictures and stuff. So I'm very happy to hear that. I'm very happy, man, that you liked it. I liked it as well a lot. Where is the share button? Share, social share. No. Why is it still called social share here, though? Where is this bookmark thing? Shit. It should not be called social share anymore. Maybe that's just... Yeah, whatever. I don't think it is. But anyway, where was that button thing we built? Share button. Yeah, here it is, right? Okay, beautiful. Customized. Whatever. Okay, dynamic data share. I don't know what the error handling. Okay, we'll see about that in a second now. Okay, let's go to the stories. Share button. Ah, invalid URL. Okay, are we actually handling that? Are we actually doing that? So data. Share the data, files, text, URL, title. I see, okay. But shouldn't this explode then, right? So error handling, so wait, if I click this, right, we should get some sort of an error, right? But we're not, so technically, right, we would need to... Let's see about this fella. Why is this guy now complaining? Props, text, children on copy options. That's actually good. Let's see, what is this complaining about? I see. So basically it's something with our types, right? Shared data. I mean, we can ensure that there's always a URL, right? At the very least. We can ensure of that, get sure of that, and we can just throw. We can literally, yeah. So let's do something like this on error, right? We can extend this with an error, and then here we can say on error. No, not really. We're not gonna do this. This could be maybe a string, right? And then here we can say on error, and then we can say, hey, we can do a very early return. So if, are you live? Awesome, Karki. Yeah, I'm live, man. Sorry, I'm reading Twitch and YouTube chat, so it takes a while, yes. But here we actually want to say throw. No, actually, so we'll actually return, and then we'll call this an error, and here we'll say invalid URL, right? Now should we potentially maybe throw? Yes, we should, and we're gonna do that actually now, right? I mean, do we have to throw? Probably not, right? It's actually not, let's not do that. Cheeseburger or mac and cheese? Probably cheeseburger, yeah. Easy. So basically, let's do it like this. So yeah, so we're gonna do something like this. If on air we do this, you know what, actually I'll be a little bit more harsh here, right? So so we will explicitly require that on error is actually passed, right? Just for the sake of so we need to, yeah, right? And then we need to I think that's fair enough, right? Now let's use this action as well. So on error, doesn't matter actually on click, right? So if we do have click, but actually no, that's perfectly fine, right? And so yeah, we're not actually handling invalid URL. Should we? I don't know. It's actually quite strange that that the actual original navigator object doesn't handle that, right? Because it should be a valid format of URL, right? But it doesn't seem so. But do I want to validate that here? I'm not so sure, right? I'm not so sure. Components, share button, share. And why am I actually? Yeah, it's strange that I'm supporting a render prop. I just don't understand why am I doing that, right? Why did I implement render prop? What is the actual benefit of that? What am I gaining with this thing, right? Just complicating things, it seems, for no reason, right? Let's leave it like that. Let's not change it too much, right? So let's maybe just yeah, here we can actually import our own button, right? Just a little bit nicer. And I guess let's call this one a render prop, right? Render. So let's call this one as using children prop using children, right? And here we can then say using render prop, right? Something like that. Children, render prop. And we're gonna basically do use the button here, right? Interesting. Yeah, it's because of this thing, right? Quick handler. Yeah. Let's go to our button and let's actually see what our button expects and click. Yeah, that's also wrong, right? We should probably update that as well. Let's actually go in there. So that's actually very good. Is this a native on click? It is, right? Yeah, it is. It is pretty much. And this thing essentially is a mouse event handler HTML button element, right? So would it be something like this? I think you can type the font command. There you go. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for asking. Yeah, all right. So well, let's go to the button. We need to update the type, right? iButton props should basically be this, right? I guess, right? That's what I would like to think, right? Just now, is this asshole going to like it now or not, right? That's the question. I guess, or no, not there, or undefined, right? Maybe. I see. So this is the problem, I believe. Or one of the problems. Let's see. Is it maybe this one? I don't know. Let's try. Yeah, it seems so. That's good. The project is live for a long time now. There's more than 1,000 people signed up. So yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. It's a little bit strange though. Wait, how come that? Yeah, I mean on click should technically. So why is it? I don't get it. Why does it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's. Yeah, absolutely. It's you know, this is a side project. We do this in the evening, blah blah blah. So it's, but yeah, everything that you see there is built live, right? There's a lot of work and stuff like that, but yeah, it's gonna be a great platform, I'm sure, in time, right? As we keep building more and more and then fixing more and more and stuff like that. Okay, so this is very good. Now this is also very good. So this is awesome. So now technically I can also just pass this thing in here, and that's super. So if we go back to the stories, yeah, so that's super. I mean, yeah, it would be nice that, yeah, let's actually, yeah, on air. So here we can say, I don't have multiple side projects. This is a project that's taking over a year now. It's gonna take many more years, right? So, but I work in the evening like this. After I'm done with my full-time job, wife and kid, then I would typically stream. That's why I stream basically from, that's why I stream in the evening, because that's typically only time when I'm free. Every other time I'm either at work or with my family. So I basically stream pretty much in the night, and now it's I'm streaming a little bit earlier today because it's the weekend. I don't obviously work in the weekends, right? So that's why, yeah, right. If no data URL, well, actually, I write various things in my day job. I'm a tech lead at where I work, so I do a lot of stuff, but React is one of the things for sure, yes. By the way, this is never going to be the case because the URL actually is a mandatory thing here, right? So technically, yeah, if this is used in JavaScript, for example, this project, then that would not be actually quite clear, right? So yeah. So let's do action. Wow, that's actually super strange. Why? Ah, I see. Wow. Okay. So it's this bad boy that's failing. All right, cool. So if we take a look at the actions here now, right? So if I click share, so if we go to actions, I suppose on copied. Yeah. So this is only happening on when it's copied, right? I wonder if this fella has some callback, right, or something. So when we actually share, I guess, yeah, handles share click. So basically, right, like this is, let's see if this is going to be called when you actually click, when you invoke this, or when you actually click the share, right? So yes, so we can actually extend this component with an additional prop, right? So here we can actually go here and we can say on share, shit, how would we call it? On share, yeah, on share link dialog opened. Is that a long name? Yes. Is it descriptive? Yes. Yes, beautiful. And then, yeah, we can basically say here, if, hey, a user provides this, then just use that, right? Maybe pass back the data if need be, right? So here we can say, you know, data share data, right? Something like that, right? Because we're now moving, we're open sourcing the Programmers Network UI, but now I need to build this for everybody, right? So it's been very specific with Programmer Network. Now we're cleaning it up so it can be used as an actual library for other things than just, so we need to be careful about, you know, right? So, okay, so if we go to the stories, right, here, I can also say on shared opened, right? So this is using render props. So if we go here, share, we can see now that the action, so after this asynchronous thing has happened, we can see here share URL http example.com, right? So that's actually good. Yeah, I think we could say that this one actually is pretty good for now. I think this one is, let's see if there's something else that we can do, blah 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 blah. So I think for the most part we can kind of say that it's good enough, right? Yeah, maybe if can share, right? Otherwise, do this. Maybe that's the difference I would do here. I wonder how long does this take? I wonder if typically this could take long. Let's go MDN reference. I wonder if this, like, invoking this probably instant, right? But what if it takes 2 seconds, right? So because this does resolve a promise, right? So I wonder, like, I wonder if we should add some loading state to it that we could expose to this, right? Yeah, I don't actually know, but maybe I'm just thinking, what if this actually might take a while to spawn this window, right? So if we go here, so if it might take 2 seconds, right, then it would be good to provide is loading spinner or something, right? Meaning, you know, maybe while you're waiting for this to spawn, it's spinning or whatever, right? But anyway, let's not do that. Okay, cool. So let's go back to programming network. Let's keep on going. Spinners, stars, tabs, text over line, tooltip, typography, global, custom route, mobile join, notifications. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that's this theme builder I'm gonna turn into a separate repository, into a different library completely. Hooks, yeah, that's probably not gonna be part of this library at all, makes no sense. Services, yeah, so what else could we actually turn? We have a lot of specific things like rating, widget and stuff. I don't think that that's gonna go there at all. Form rating, form, no, I don't think we're gonna turn that. Breadcrumbs, accordion. All right, let's go through a few things here. Character counter, divider, icons, image selector, tooltip, text over line. Actually just go into text over line very quickly. Text over line, BG primary background color. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's fine, that's okay. Okay, go back here, tooltip, description, title, yeah, let's maybe, yeah, I don't actually think so, no, never mind. I wonder if we need any more typography. Let me go to production, let's see what we actually have right now. So we have, so wait, if we go to articles, programmers, we have the tag, we have the tag itself, we have this thing. We have this stuff, right? I wonder if this is a component. I think it is. Let's actually go to the front end button, call to action, divider, filter. What is the filter? Filter, where am I using this? Components, core fill is shown, filters. Yeah, I don't think this is also used. Let me actually do one thing, right? Let's go, let me run my, give me 1 second. So let's run Postgres and Redis. Let's go to CDA, export source pm dev. Let's go to programming network front and let's say pm dev as well. Just make sure that I didn't remove some components that I actually do need. FA button, source FA button. Okay, I actually did do that. Let's see where the hell did I use this. Yeah, that's a little bit awkward. Wait, am I searching in the right place? No, I'm not. Okay. Ah, this is why. I see. Okay. Okay, good. Let's just log in here locally. All right, so let me just skim through a few things here. So is there more things that we're actually badge? Where am I using badge? So I'm using badge for sure. Add or remove bookmark. Fabian, thank you very much, buddy. Developers, what is this? Developer card, developer list. Developer list. I guess developer list is this list here, right? Yeah, okay, so that's the list. Vice on kick writing. Good evening, Vice. Error. Okay, error itself. Let's see. Error. Yeah, this could potentially be useful for a component. Oh yeah, beautiful. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good candidate, right? So let me just close a bunch of this stuff. Let's go error. Yeah, so this is a great one. This is a great one that we turn into something, right? So let's right click it. Let's copy it and let's move it to yeah. So let's go here, reveal an explorer, and let's smack this bad boy here. And yeah, let's get rid of this file. Let's turn this into TSX. Let's tell our friend here to turn into TS, and while we are doing our stuff, we're gonna wait for that. So TSX, yes. Oops, what the hell did I do? Yeah, okay. So we can see already that this is very specific programming network, so we're gonna change that. We also have a nav link. So we'll need to, yeah, so this back to text. So yeah, we need to now turn this into more of a library type of thing, so it's not using the React router DOM related things and stuff like that, right? Tobs, my friend. Not much, man. I mean, not sure what you mean, Tobs. Do you mean we're using TypeScript? I mean, we're using TypeScript for all libraries that we're building, right? We're just not using it for programming network, but we're using it for all libraries we built so far. They've been built in export interface. Yeah, we're working on Luigi. Yeah, on Luigi. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, for sure. Okay, beautiful. And then basically here, I mean, if it's a library, right, JavaScript library, it has to be in TypeScript just because of other people that they might find it useful, right? So that's pretty much it, right? So let's say here div. And yeah, so really back to text, right? So yeah, so we need to no worries, man. It's really good. It's no please, no worries at all. So here we're gonna say on click. And no, so we're gonna say on back to click, yeah. So something like that, right? Back to URL. So we're not gonna expose this to any URLs or any crazy stuff like that, right? So here we wanna say, hey, yeah, for now. And so I'm so happy that I'm doing this. So happy, because we're gonna clean up this library so well. Because, you know, it's been all built in the stream, and now we have this ability to just make it amazing. icon props, right? Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah. That's super. Icon click, beautiful. All right, great, super. That's really good. Amazing. Yeah. And yeah. Generate stories. Cool. Let's say here error.stories.tsx. And yeah, do that. Export default error, that's super. Yes. Right, let's copy the examples and then let's fix them up, obviously, right? Make sure that they make sense and all of that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, super. And let's say here example icon, let's say I don't know, icon bookmark stories icon question mark. Let's go to the stories, let's go to the error, page not found. Okay, go back, beautiful. All right, so almost, right? Almost, but we're not actually seeing the icon, so that's perfectly fine. Icon question mark. Yeah, well, probably because, yeah, the icon props that we're giving aren't sufficient, right? So let's see, blah, 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 icon. So let's say here, width 12. Yeah, so here it is, right? Width 12. Let's say text indigo 500, right? Or 700. 600. Wow, actually, I don't know what happened there. All right, so let's fix this up a bit. Let's reset the zoom. So we see the status code 403, so error, maintenance 403, whatever. Beautiful, super. So let's do one thing. Let's go to, I don't know, button stories, just so I didn't memorize this syntax of this new storybook stuff yet. So let's just center those stories. So you can say parameters layout centered, and then also can generate auto docs, as you can see here. That's what we just did. So here it is now. So let's improve that. Let's go to our error component, even though it shouldn't even be called error, right? It's hard to define. This can be now used for any sort of stuff, not just for the errors, right? Yeah, okay, so let's see, what do we have? We have the error. Where is this used? So over here. So let's say text small and then MD, text, I don't know, 4XL. Interesting, okay. Error title description. Let's see here, error 404. Yeah, so are we looking at the right storybook? We are, okay. Let me just type some random shit here. So yeah, we are actually looking at the right thing. So why? Yeah, super strange. Why is it not changing the actual... Yeah, that's a little bit awkward. Is this the right zoom level? I suppose it is, right? Yeah. So what's happening? Font size. All right. 6XL, 2XL. Yeah, there's something wrong definitely with our storybook, right? We can see that, yeah, it's not reading 4XL, for example. Why not? 10XL. Yeah, that's super awkward, right? So yeah, I've noticed actually that in one of the so what's happening? Theme extend colors. Yeah, so there's something off, right? Most likely because, wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, it should be reading the stories as well. Let's kill this and run it again. I'm sure it's something with a storybook. Page not found. Okay, wow, that's super strange. Super strange. Yeah, now we're kind of talking, right? But what the hell? The page you're looking for, text Excel. And then the icon is here, which is a little bit weird. Text base. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And then let's go to the stories again, right? Where was this image that we've been giving? So what if we would say 24? Yeah, this one, right? It looks a little bit weird with the image, right? I think if I actually try to produce the error right now in Programmer Network, how could I actually do that? If I actually try to go to an article that doesn't exist, we should actually get an error, right? Yeah. We go here, then we try this. Yeah, so this is how it looks now, right? Yeah. All right, it doesn't matter. But anyway, let's go back here. So we'll play with the image a little bit. Basic error, blah, blah, blah. Button back, yeah, go back. So where is this fully cast error with custom icon, error with back button, yeah, on back to click. So let's do something like action, navigate back, okay? So if I go, yeah, what? What the fuck is happening, man? I don't know what the hell happened, dude. All right. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. But anyway, let me do this thing again. Where do we have the actual action? Let's go to select, maybe select stories. Let's import this action. Yeah, that's the problem. Jesus Christ. Okay, and yeah, let's say here action icon clicked, action back to home clicked, action. There any other things? Yeah, action. Yep. All right. We get over here now. Go back. We should actually see the action here in the storybook, right? Back to home clicked, arguments undefined. Icon clicked, so we can kind of see that we're getting that. That's also cool. We should probably show some cursor. You can go and see what we're building, right? But yeah, it's a social knowledge sharing platform for developers, yes. So I think here basically we should say cursor pointer, right? But only, I believe, if, and this is a wrong project. Wait, we need to go back here. Yeah, right. But we want to only show this if you actually provide them click icon, right? So what we're actually going to do here, right? Instead, we're going to conditionally add this class. We're going to say class names. And then we're going to say, hey, show this as a cursor only when a handler is provided. Right? So we're going to say cursor pointer on click, right? So here we should see the click, but in places where there isn't an image or whatever, or maybe, yeah, fully customized there under maintenance. Yeah, okay. Looks terrible, but the point of that story is, I guess, just to show that it's actually doable, right? Okay, cool. Super, that's really good. Okay, well, let's push this to the Luigi, right? So for those of you, basically, who are wondering, I'm just open sourcing the Programmers Network's frontend library, right? Into this library here, right? So this is where I'm pushing the code. All right, cool. Yeah, beautiful. So let's push this stuff as well. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah, so let's push the stuff. Yeah, beautiful. Super. Great. Okay. Push transition more components from PN UI. Okay, sync that with a production, hopefully. Let's go to GitHub again. Chat Fusion, yeah, like right here. Beautiful. Yeah, let's see if it's gonna deploy it. Close this stuff up. Oops. All right. So, yeah, so if we take a look at the demos, actually, so the docs, page not found, yeah, there's something feels off. Wait, what was this? Error, right? Yeah, so let's take a look at that again, hopefully. So error. Do I have some white thing here? Ah, never mind. All good. Good. Problem is now that we actually overwritten those, so this is actually not how it looks like. That's an issue. All right, did this deploy? Did this succeed? Yes. So if we actually go to the online version of Storybook, if I go to louisgui.programmer.network, we should actually see those new things. So here's the error. Yeah, beautiful and actually good. We can actually fiddle with the props over here, so that's super. That's amazing. Okay, that's great. Beautiful. Okay, that's super. That's great. So yeah, so stream by stream, we keep kind of moving more and more stuff. Good evening. Somebody on YouTube writing landing legal meetup. Those are the views. Component section, comment header. Let me actually go to production, to Programmer Network production. Let's find some place with their comments. So comment header. So this would be a comment header. So yeah, I wonder, yeah, we should probably move like specific components like that also to Storybook, right? But we'll see. All right, well, anyway, guys, I think I'll round it up here. How long have I streamed? It's been, let me actually take a look. I don't even know. I think I've been streaming for like 2 hours or something. Yeah, 3 hours. Oh my God. All right. Well, I'll have to round up, fellas. What is to say? Another stream, another day. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to do something fun for yourselves over the weekend, and I might see you tomorrow. I might not, depending on what I decide. Yeah. Have a good one. Make sure to sign up on Programmer Network, follow us on YouTube, join the Discord channel, and I'll see you guys another time. All right.